Bills Mafia, what's up? You already know, the Buffalo Bills are always looking for ways to improve, to push forward, and to bring that Lombardi trophy home where it belongs. And today, we've got some huge news that you won't want to miss. Before we dive in, make sure to smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on those notifications so you don't miss a second of the action. Alright, let's get into it. The night before, Joey Bosa agreed to his 1 year, $12, $5 million contract with the Buffalo Bills. Many believed he was on his way to San Francisco to join his brother Nick and the 49ers. But something changed last minute. And now we might know exactly what it was. During his introductory press conference, Bosa was asked why he chose Buffalo, and his answer caught everyone's attention. He shared a story about how MVP quarterback Josh Allen personally reached out to him with some powerful persuasion. If you asked me a week ago, I wouldn't have had an answer for you, Bosa admitted. But Josh texted me and said that if we do what we set out to do, we can really be immortalized in this town. That's what it's all about, winning a championship, and that's why people are here. At 29, Bosa's entering the back half of his career. He's already a 5-time Pro Bowler, a former Defensive Rookie of the Year, and has been to the playoffs 3 times. But with just 1 playoff win and no championships to his name, the chance to bring Buffalo its first ever Super Bowl title alongside Josh Allen was simply too good to pass up. Bosa immediately strengthens the Bills' defensive line, forming a lethal duo with Greg Rousseau, who signed a 4-year, $80 million extension in March. Rousseau led the team with 63 pressures, 37 hurries, and 8 sacks last season. Now adding Bosa, who recorded 5 sacks, 34 pressures, and 19 hurries in just 14 games with the Chargers, Buffalo's pass rush looks more dangerous than ever. Now let's talk about the offense. The Bills were aggressive in upgrading their receiving core this offseason, signing Joshua Palmer to a 3-year deal to bring some much-needed speed, with Palmer joining Khalil Shakir, Keon Coleman, and Curtis Samuel. The Bills have built a solid group of weapons for Josh Allen and offensive coordinator Joe Brady. But one name was lurking in the background, Amari Cooper. Cooper was acquired via trade in the middle of last season, but things never quite clicked. Injuries slowed him down, and he finished with just 297 yards and 2 touchdowns on 20 receptions in the regular season. In Buffalo's 3 playoff games, he managed only 6 catches for 41 yards. Many fans wondered if bringing him back for a full offseason with Allen could lead to a bounce-back year. However, it now looks like that won't be happening. NBC's Matthew Berry responded to a rumor about Cooper potentially landing with the Washington Commanders by shutting it down completely. Amari is done, Berry posted. That's not me talking. That's from an offensive coach of a former team of his I spoke to at the Combine. That is a bold statement. We don't know which coach said it, but it sounds like the door is closed on Cooper returning to Buffalo. That doesn't mean another team won't take a chance on him, but based on his production with the Bills, it might be best to move on. Cooper still has talent. He put up 250 yards in 2023. But after a down year with both the Browns and Bills, it seems like his time in Buffalo has come to an end. Could a reunion between Stefon Diggs and the Buffalo Bills be in the works? Well, if you've been paying attention to his social media, you might be wondering the same thing. After being traded to the Houston Texans last offseason in what was mostly a salary cap move by the Bills, Diggs seemed to have erased all memories of his time in Buffalo. He scrubbed his social media accounts of anything related to the team, leaving fans with the impression that the relationship was over for good. But then, something interesting happened. On Sunday night, out of nowhere, Diggs' Instagram was suddenly filled with old Bills photos, team paraphernalia, and memories from his time in Buffalo. No explanation. No caption, just a wave of content that immediately sent Bills Mafia into a frenzy. So, what does this mean? Is Diggs trying to send a message to General Manager Brandon Beane? Does he want to reunite with Josh Allen and finish what they started? Or is this just a case of an athlete reminiscing about a great time in his career? Let's talk about the situation at wide receiver for a second, because this is important. Right now, the Bills are rolling with Keon Coleman and Khalil Shakir as their top 2 wideouts. They brought in Joshua Palmer to add some much-needed speed, but they still need more firepower in the passing game. Amari Cooper, who was acquired mid-season last year, is now a free agent. And from what we've heard, the Bills have no intention of bringing him back. That leaves a big question mark at WR3. And when you look at the options available, Diggs, who already has chemistry with Josh Allen and experience in the system, starts to look like a pretty intriguing possibility. Of course, Bills Mafia had a lot to say about this. Some fans are all in on a Diggs reunion. One user on social media posted, "Obviously could be nothing, and most likely is, but I absolutely would welcome Diggs back with open arms." But not everyone is on board. Another fan simply responded with a firm no. And then there are those who are completely against it, citing the drama that surrounded Diggs toward the end of his time in Buffalo. One fan wrote, "From someone who doesn't really want Diggs back, why do many people do? He's a locker room cancer. He clearly does not like the idea of everybody eats. He wanted out of Buffalo and kept dropping the ball when it mattered. Josh played better without him and won MVP. Now let's be real. There are pros and cons to bringing back Stefon Diggs. On one hand, he's still a talented receiver when healthy, and his connection with Josh Allen was undeniable during his time here. In 4 seasons with the Bills, he never dipped below 100 receptions or 1,000 yards. That kind of production isn't easy to replace, especially for a team that's still looking to make a deep playoff run. On the other hand, the end of Diggs' tenure in Buffalo was filled with frustration, both on and off the field. There were reports of tension in the locker room, moments of visible frustration with Josh Allen, and of course the infamous social media drama. So is it worth the risk? Would the Bills be better off looking elsewhere for wide receiver help? Or is Diggs the missing piece they need to take their offense to the next level? So Bills Mafia, we've got 2 big questions for you today. Will Joey Bosa be the missing piece that finally helps the Bills get over the hump and win that first Super Bowl? Should the Bills have given Amari Cooper another chance? Or was it a right move to move on? Let us know what you think in the comments below. And before you go, don't forget, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss a single update on your Buffalo Bills. This is your home for all things Bills, and we'll see you in the next one. Go Bills!